What is going on, everyone? So let me just get everything lined up and we'll be ready to go. I am going to potentially open up the Discord for some people. I got involved and into this through my buddy Rhino, who shared this with me, obviously. And we've been following it here, right? And it's been weird, right? We've listened to the podcast, we've gone through it, and it's been one of those things where it can be quite confusing. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about the SYGNYL podcast. SYGNYL podcast is an A.r.g that I just found out recently is put on by the same people who did Jejune, Jejune Institute. I did not participate in that. I do not know anything about that. And apparently they put together a TV show based on that A.r.g because it did so well, right? So I'll probably be looking into that at some point, but we've been focused on the SYGNYL, and we're going to dive into where we left off, and we'll continue from there. But you know how it is. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. What's going on, Mr. Dex? Thanks for joining, buddy. Maureen, Reefer. I'll be playing some Fallout 76 tonight with you, buddy. We have someone new, Gray Matter Girl, coming in off of the Discord of other people who are trying to solve the SYGNYL thing. They have a full Discord based on this company's A.r.gs. And so got some new people joining over from that because we've been sharing information back and forth because come to find out, when we last left off, we solved for a telephone number. You call it, and apparently you could get a live person. I didn't. We all heard that on air. It was a recording that said, hey, text me or leave a voicemail. And so I text it, and then we progressed through the text chain. I didn't get very far that night because the person responding is a real person. So thinking about it, let's say 1,000 people solving or texting you. If you're one person handling all this, because a lot of the formatting of the texts and everything seem like it's one person they hired to handle this. It's got to be getting out of hand for that person, right? And so we'll be looking over that. We'll be looking over something new that came out of that today and was dropped on us by that person without any warning, without anything associated with the actual SYGNYL.com. But obviously this person is a paid or played actor for the A.r.g. And so we'll be looking through their stuff. I just have to get Trovo lined up real quick. For those of you new who don't know, Trovo.live is another platform where you can what's going on, guys? Thanks for joining over on Trovo. It's kind of like Twitch, but yeah, so cool little platform. We're dual streaming as usual, and so we're over on Trovo as well. So if you want to check that out, it's trovo.live/AGLuck there as well. And yeah, so we're doing that over there as well. I appreciate everyone joining up tonight and jumping in. What up, Irrational Times? Thanks for joining, buddy. And who else we got? I think that's good. I think we got all the people who are here. We may have a couple of more people coming in who were from the Discord, and in case you are in and I just missed you and you haven't said anything, Mindaro, what up? And Steve Trotter. All three of the people that I mentioned are coming out of the Discord. I have my own personal Discord. I will probably drop the link or have someone drop the link. What up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? Because I mean, if they want to share some of what they've discovered or something like that, I wouldn't mind you guys coming into the show and talking about that. So we're going to start with a small recap, things that were kind of left in the wind, because when we did the other night, it was very it took a long time to get responses, and so we were at a wall, right? And I'm not just going to sit here for hours. And if we didn't take and pull back from this and let this happen over the last 2 days, we would have been missing a lot, right? A lot has happened in the text chain. Reefer knows a bit about it because we were playing Fallout 76 the other night, and I was telling him what was going on. And it's pretty fucking weird. It has proven, and people have shown that it is an actual... I need to change my goddamn text-to-speech notification. It is an actual human being on the other side of the phone. Whether it's multiple handling it or just one, we don't know. It is a woman playing the part. So, as you can see, this is where I started on the chain on Tuesday night. And we received a text back that were just emojis, and I asked about the dream that was spoken about in the third podcast, the woman's dream. The woman in question, her name is Femi. Let's just call her Femi. And I said, having the dream about the bus stop and giving your number on a bookmark to me, because that was what was told to us in the story. And she responded, I do think you're onto something. I'm like, what does the signal mean to you? I try not to think about it too deeply because I'm feeling too much. How about you? Now, we saw when I asked about feelings before on the stream, the second one we did of this, that she sent me emojis, right? She sent me emojis, and I didn't progress anywhere from there. So I stopped that chain and opened up on Google Talk or Google Voice, this chain, right? In order to start something new or move along with the the conversation. Sorry, I'm going to be opening up. I need to pull that over. I said I am pulling this Google Doc in that they put up on the Discord so I can follow some of other people's chains of things, right? We're going through the signal again. How you doing, Fat Andy? And they asked what I thought about it, and I responded, I like it. And I was playing into the role, right? So I said, I found my way to camp and waiting to move further. How did you end up in the desert? Because they spoke about in the second podcast about another listener in the desert on the opposite end of our map. So at the side of the map that we weren't able to see. And she responded with looking for a monolith, got distracted. And of course, trying to drive and see where this is going. I asked if she found the monolith. She responded with, I found an oasis. I'm like, what was at the oasis? Bedouins. So for those who don't know, Bedouins are a nomadic tribe, nomadic Arab tribe from back in the day. I don't know if they're still alive or around, but she was trying to find the monolith. Apparently the oasis is on her map. Now, I don't know how she got lost and found the oasis instead. That's a question when she has the map that shows the oasis, and that has been confirmed through other texts. I asked her if they pointed her to the monolith, and she said they warned me against it. What did they say about it? An answer is a place where we can fall asleep as life moves past us to the next question. Will you still go to the monolith? What about you? Where do you find yourself? I'd like to go to the monolith. And then nothing, right? That's why you see multiple texts from me. There was nothing, no response for like probably about 12 hours or so. Let's see the gap. Yeah, I didn't get her to interact with me again until almost 24 hours later. I said I'm still at the camp near the river in reference to the map, about to go to the monolith. What do you think? Do you think I should leave the camp and head for the monolith? Will you join me if I do? Will you share with me what the Bedouins told you of the monolith? I want to know the warning before I decide if I head there or not. Femi finally responded with, it was kind of deep. I went hesitantly into this camp, and I told them I was religiously seeking the monolith. and they caution me against being fixated. The Bedouins need to remain nimble and flexible. If we become rigid, we become lost, buried in shifting sands, which makes sense for like a nomadic tribe. And so the fact that they're playing into that says a lot, and it makes sense, right? For what I'm gonna turn the music down a little more. Makes sense for what they're playing into, right? And so I asked, why are you so focused on the monolith? I was more worried about becoming attached to the signal. And again, for those of you who've been here for these 3 episodes, you know why I'm saying these things, because these are things that were key phrased in each of the podcasts. The first 2 podcasts, they made it a point to say, do not become attached to the signal or the sentinel, right? And it was clearly stated that way, right? And so everything I'm saying is I'm playing it off as if it were me in the role of the listener, not me in the real world, right? Becoming attached to the signal, right? It's a long story. I feel like text may not be the best venue. Where are you from? I said California. Likewise, what would be the best venue to explain? The real world, of course, but now is not exactly the time for that. What do you do? I was honest here. I work in marketing, specifically digital marketing, and in the real world as on the phone or in person. And then I asked, because there was a gap, what do you do? And she's all, oh, cool. I was moonlighting as a waitress. Now I'm unemployed, but trying to make work with the gig economy. Ah, I see. So is that how you came to focus on the monolith? And what did you mean by the real world, as in person or on the phone? And she got snippy. I had to, you know. She said, I said it's a long story. I'm like, oh, I understand. But you also brought up the real world. I was trying to get clarity on real world and what you meant by that, and too early. Some topics / stories are not best for text. Yeah, I understand. So when will I get the pleasure of hearing your story? Now, this was yesterday night. Oh shit. I'm super excited. Sorry guys, I just noticed something. Trovo chat now feeds into Restream's freaking board. I can see Mob Tech. What up, Mob Tech? Thank you, buddy. Hell yeah. That's good. Now I don't have to open up Trovo's chat every freaking time. I said this. I asked the question, when will I get the pleasure of hearing this story? And well, I could see you anyways, but it fed in there too. So yeah. Now you can't say whatever you want. It pops up on the screen now, and pardon me, I could see what you say, jerk. Goddamn Australians. Go have a dingo eat your baby. So this just came out of nowhere, not a response to what I said. So Codicil Tulib was the map, right? Mine had a monolith and an oasis and a little Bedouin encampment. The archipelagos, God, I hate fucking words that I never use, to the north, and I was on a path that leads to no place eventually. By the way, if you're tired of texting, you tell me to bug off. So basically, hey, if you don't want to keep doing this, you know, this is your opt out. And then episode 3 was telling me about the other listener. So speaking about us. So episode 3 for us was talking about her. Episode 3 for her was talking about us. Now, and then episode 3 was telling me about the other listener. We know who that is. What did you think of the music? Like, the music's very good, very relaxing. Mine had a map too. I think it was the opposite half of yours, because that's what it's kind of been stated as, or is what it seems. Yeah, I think you're right. Or the flip side. I don't know. So the map is of the hidden world, which may come to us in our dreams, but is always there. I feel like the Sentinel is all laying it out pretty clearly. The odd thing is, I feel like I'm hearing her at other times, like not just in the podcast. So I don't know where that's playing to. Like, I'm got confused by that, because she doesn't clarify what she means by she's hearing her elsewhere, right? She's saying that she's currently hearing the Sentinel in the real world, as it were, not in the dream world or the other world, the hidden world. I'm like, yeah, I think if we lay them side by side, we'd have more of a complete picture. And you're hearing in the real world, not just listening to the podcast. And she didn't acknowledge that, right? And okay, by the way, that thing where it said the map bit, her part of the map, is scripted. The reason I say that's scripted, because this part other people got the same exact copy pasta of it, as well as this part. And then Codicil C was this glyph exercise, an expression of my entity. I don't think ours was called that. I think, let's see, hold on. There was another name for this episode. Let me see. Sure, let's go there. What was episode 3? I was trying to see, because there was another name that was associated with it. It's not tied to the same name as she received, right? Sorry, I'm getting back to it. Now I'm listening to the interlude. It's also disorientating. Now, the interlude hasn't been published. Whatever she's speaking of, we do not have access to. And I think this is done intentionally because, well, what we come to next, and this may be what we find in this situation, right? She said, now I'm listening to the interlude. It's also disorientating. I'm like, yeah, do you think if mixing up the order, you'll find something? Because I didn't understand what she was getting at, right? All right. I'm going to go do Codicil 0 now. We haven't had access to Codicil 0. Then I'm going to head off to my guitar lesson. We know she plays music. We know that there's a reference to her music teacher in the 3rd episode. Hit you on the flip. I'm like, because I saw someone else post that she was talking about the date it was published, right? I asked, what date is it? Because I don't have Codicil 0. She said, they put up a link yesterday. I said, what is the date they put up on it? Because I don't see it listed here. I'm trying to find it. I think I'm looking at the wrong date. Can you send me a link? She sent the link. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and listen. Do you have a link to the interlude? Now, I haven't done the glyph lock yet for this. Let me pop open the temp. Hold on one second. After we, let's get the Codicil open. She sent me a link to this, and I'll show you guys. It is not accessible anywhere on their page. So this is Codicil 0. This is not on their page. This was sent by the person playing Beamy. But like I said, let me get this back up and pop that down. Here are their codicils that we have access to, right? Codicil A, B, C, the glyph latch. I've clicked everywhere. It's not a linked document, right? Someone else had the same exact text. And they dropped it in the, what's it called? When you say interlude, are you talking about the story in episode 3? No, the interlude episode. It came out on the 16th. Which would be 5 days from now. 5 days from now. What up, Wyatt? How you doing, buddy? When I asked her a second time about the interlude, she redirected me to the link for Codicil. Okay, so that would be 7 days from Tuesday. So the episode comes out on Tuesdays. We've put that together. This person, the way it's playing, is ahead in time, right? Bear with me on this. Let me know if you have any new revelations around this time. When you say interlude, are you talking about episode 3? No, the interlude that came out on the 16th. The person responded with, so where I'm from, it's only February 11th. I don't have a podcast on the 16th of January. Tell me about the episode. And then she deflected, right? Because that's what she's getting told to do, right? So, the 16th places itself. Come on, dude. Don't do that shit, 12-pack. Delete that. Someone delete that. Don't play those games in this chat, man. Like, come on. You want to cost me my channel for the lols? Delete it yourself, or someone to delete it for you. But anyways, this person is clearly, supposedly, ahead of us. And weird, right? So she sent us the link to the codicil. Now, I haven't jumped into it. I haven't played with it or anything. So we have the 3 symbols, or the 4 symbols, pardon me, which is a glyph latch. We've already known that. So let's break that real quick. Let me find it. Sorry, with my what's it called? It's really hard to see because I have a freaking bright ass light on me. There, and all right. So there's that. All right, I have that open. Let me pull the temp down. So see, I just broke into the latch. So we're gonna listen to this. I need to get the music off. Give me one quick second. Let me flip over to this screen. Let me get the music off while we get this lined up. Dun, dun, dun. So we're gonna be doing that. Sorry, I'm pulling down. I gotta pull down chat for that and get everything lined up. Okay. I have too many things open, even for 2 monitoring. It's freaking a pain in the ass to get things in the way we want to go and basically get everything aligned the right way. I probably, if I'm gonna get an extension for my desk. I need one more monitor and I'd be fucking set. I can move all chat to like a stand-up monitor, and then we don't have to worry about whether or not I can see you guys and see all this shit. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Since there's no visual, no nothing with this, I'm just gonna play the audio. Let me make sure we got the volume up.
Codicil 0. If the town is a game, then the first thing to get right is to step outside of it. Thoughts are thinner on the outside, so at first you'll find it difficult to stay.
I grew up in Northern California and been a Giants fan my whole life.
Move slowly and deliberately, one small step at a time. The next logical task is to build an alliance. In order to identify other accomplices of the general demystification in the world at large, we may subtly but surely identify ourselves. Yes, there is some risk attached.
So this is obviously Morse code.
The following tools are signifiers used to amplify the signal from one entity to another.
So this codicil allegedly allows you to identify Let me get something. I want to translate the Morse code because I don't know what it says. Morse code translator. Yeah, that can't be right. Let me see. That was really freaking, that looked really wonky. Yeah, that, I think it's because of the way I had to copy paste it. Hold on, let me see if anyone's gotten translated. I'm gonna keep playing that in the background while I'm trying to figure out what the Morse code says.
Each is an assignment to be taken on in earnest. Number 1. Transmit. On the site at the address described, there are media files which can be rebroadcast.
Hold on. What is that? SYGNYL.com/ Oh. Oh, it's an actual MP3. Let's take a quick listen.
Do not become attached to the signal, for the signal belongs to no one.
Okay, so it's the intro that they used. And huh. Okay. So we got that. Let's go back. I want to find that Morse code translation.
Liberally. Number 2. Conceive. Make a personal recording and send it to the email address described. In this recording, choose one of the following. Recite a haiku. Cast a spell. Share a recipe. Offer instructions. Or perform a small rite.
Offer instructions or recite a haiku. Should I bust out one of my terrible haikus from Ghost of Tsushima? At least I know they're haikus. I was trying to find it because I saw it in the Discord, that someone did translate the Morse code. So I'm trying to find that real quick so I can copy it for you guys and show you what it is. Because my copy and paste didn't do very well there. It screwed up the translation because it has things broken down in lines in a different spot. So I don't want to. It's completely gibberish. So I'm looking for. Oh, someone's got a Morse code translator. I know I saw someone translate it earlier. Oh, dang it. I hate when I can't find what I'm looking for. And I should have copied it and dropped it to myself. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. It is. Here's what it says. I have a secret to share within the signal. There are no secrets. So that's what the Morse code translated to. Yeah, drop it in. Is that the correct translation there, Mr. Dax? It's I have a secret to share within the signal. There are no secrets, because that's what someone else's translation dropped to. Thanks for the dono there, Wyatt. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, let's continue along.
This is, of course, open to interpretation.
And I think I'm pooping myself, damn it. I'm pooping myself.
What a bad timing.
I'm pooping myself.
Holy shit. Oh. This is open to interpretation. I think I'm pooping myself. I think I'm Holy shit. For those of you who don't know, that is Andy Ditch, and he's a lol cow that we laugh at, who is just terrible to his parents and a really weird guy who wears diapers. It's fucking weird. Jesus Christ. The timing on that. I saw I even thanked you for the sticker. I knew it was going to come, and it still did. Dude, if I would have had a drink in my mouth, my poor equipment.
In the recording, state your name and say, you are listening to the signal. Then,
you want to bet? Here's what they're going to do. They're going to take these things that people submit, and they're going to use them for the breakpoints. They're going to use them for because if you remember 1, 2, and 3 all had someone for their interludes. For their interludes, they had some pop guy or some punk rock guy. They had Jason Segel, who apparently plays one of the characters is in the TV show about the Jejun Institute, and then someone else. So
send your recording to the Hierophant at SYGNYL.com.
No.
These personal emanations may then be retransmitted through the signal.
Yeah.
Number 3, show poise. Take a photograph of yourself in the position of autonomy, preferably outdoors in a resonant location, or in front of something colorful or beautiful. Then share that image with the hashtag described. Number 4, interpret. Emanations of and through the signal can take almost any form. They are creative acts, participatory in nature, shared with others. It is at once a medium, a method, an approach, a channel, a dimension, a point of view.
That's the one thing about all of this, Fat Andy, is that all the music is super relaxing and soothing, and it was one of those things where I've gotten so like locked in on the music that I fucking start getting like tired.
Whereas the Sentinel invites you inward. As the curator, I ask, what have you found there? And what part of it is shareable? Number 5, resolve. As meandering as the path may have been to this point, the general mystification is a very literal concept. There is a specific resolution. Good luck. End codicil.
See, they dropped this today, right? Now, I don't know what their play is at. I think this is to build hype, right? This is to build hype for, hold on, the show. Now it said transmit them, right? And what's it called? Yeah, exactly. This codicil is the codicil that should have came out before, right? So it's like It should have came out before, because there have been people who've been doing that pose, right? That pose was dropped on Twitter. Let's see. What is that? Signal. I saw, whoops, not 3Signal. Let's go to Twitter. Need the Twitter hashtag. I saw this codicil. See, this was tied to March 26th, right? Now this is, maybe this is people involved. Maybe this is people who recorded. Maybe this is the person who's doing the Femi acting. But this is 2 years ago, almost now. Then you have people tying into what's going on the this is December 1st. This person's not associated with anything. It's got 183 followers. He does follow Nonchalant Unification Connoisseur. Nonchalant is the one who's tied into, they're the ones, some of the people behind the A.r.g. Yeah, I'm participating in some new media stuff. SYGNYL. They deleted it. Bay Area, which the phone number is Bay Area. It's 510. Yeah, there is a face palm, but this is the covering of the eyes. Like Talon. Listen to SYGNYL podcast, easily the most unique podcast out there. Is delight, surprise, say, transform, lead you. Watch out for the head creative behind the project on the next episode of Creative Ops coming out Monday. So their person's going on the podcast. These are all nothing tied to today. So let's see. Dare me. See what the, oh, this person's, well, that person has no mouth. That's weird. It's reversed, right? A mirror. Wouldn't that be it? It'd be a mirror. So these are, what was it? The plus symbol? Where are you at, motherfucker? Plus. So these are all people who are posting the tag. And I don't know why there would be a mouthless man. Infinity and full circle. Wearing the symbols on their shirt. But those are the 4 symbols for the latch, right? Who is this? Co-creator Ashton Arts, crafts art A.r.g. He's associated with A.r.g's. But yeah, so I mean, there's probably something here, but all these things are fairly old. There's mine. Don't mind that. That's my buddy Trenton Wade. He is the king. He can get you a shirt that gets you the very specific pass. No one's posted in it right now. Let's see what this is. So I'm just, okay, so people are getting into Codicil 0. And I think what they're trying to do is build up the hashtag. Okay, so I work in marketing. Well, I worked in marketing. Thanks, COVID. Yeah, that's kind of it, right? And I think they're trying to build buzz with this, and that might be why they dropped it now, because obviously they had something working in 2019 that they were working on, and whether that ties into one of their old A.r.gs. Supposedly this does follow up on one of their ARGs. We did look at the website. What was the bookstore? Spontaneous. There it is. So Spontaneous Books, right? They still, I think they screwed up and they ran this out too fast, and that's why it's like that. And they also spelled the word needs wrong. It could be on purpose, who knows. But the blog, Yams Moongood, is associated with one of their other ARGs, and that's apparently the person who wrote this blog post. Who knows where that's going. But yeah, so for me, this feels like a building point. And then this is a how you get involved and how they will bring the people in the community into it. You'll be part of the interludes. And so obviously, I guess maybe the reason they didn't put out 0 from a marketing standpoint would be they wanted to build some following and then add to it this way and get some people involved. So definitely, it's not PsyOps. What it is it's an A.r.g. Get you involved in the game, have some fun. But seems like that's what they're aiming at with this. And the fact that they have an actual person running the accounts, right? Hey, look, it's me. Oh, you can't see, it's in the background. I did want to see the drive. I wanted to take a look at the drive real quickly. Okay, cool. So this is what people's built. These are people associated from the Discord. So I'm going to drop this in case any of you guys want to look at anything or see any kind of breakdown. They're obviously still working on this. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this on the board here, so I have it. But there you go. If you guys want to take a look at it. But yeah, so as it progresses, as we find more, as more new things come to light, I'll run through it and play around with it. I think I'll tie in. I'll probably do the haiku thing and post it here. And just unlist it and send it off, because I might as well. Why not play into it and have some fun with it? This is interesting. I enjoy these kind of things. This segment of the show and this show on this channel is dedicated to weird shit on the internet, tied into weird real world stuff, weird internet stuff, lore, all kinds of weird stuff. We've looked over other things, A.r.g's, potentially A.r.g's like Cicada. We've also looked over real world phenomenon like Clinton Road, New Jersey. All that falls under the riddles, enigmas, and mysteries of the internet. They are where you'll find the weird shit. Then we have gaming and other stuff on here, obviously. But yeah, so if you're just joining the channel for the first time, throw a subscription on, hit the bell, for the simple fact that I'm going to keep following this. I'm going to keep diving, and as new things come about, new episodes come up. Clearly, next week, unless I can steal Royce's studio, I won't be having an episode, because the simple fact is I will be not at home. I'm looking back at okay, here we go. Someone brought up in the Discord, why are there social media posts of the pose as far back as 2019 with the hashtag? I believe there was a beta. Oh, that's interesting. If the emails given remains non-operational. Well, that's they listed the wrong email. They messed it up. It is the Hierophant. I gotta get that spelling. I only know of that. The Hierophant, which is interesting because this is the shit. What game? Persona. Persona uses the Hierophant in the mindset of someone who is the protector, the mystical. They esoteric like breakdown of what a Hierophant is. It was what, a priest? It's tied to the Greeks, I believe. Let me just look it up so I can give you the actual answer. Now, a person, especially a priest in ancient Greece, who interprets sacred mysteries or esoteric principles. So they're getting in on the the mysticism side of things. So who knows where it's going to go in the things they keep saying in the codicil and where they're going to go with it. But I want to play that back 1 second. I want to make sure I'm right. I need the latch again. God dang it. I hate when I jump away. We got circle, squiggly, and triangle. Yep, that's how I describe these things. Triangle with little circles at the end. Squiggly line. Mirrored U with a line through it. That's the way we're going to describe things here, because all these symbols vary. All right, so I think it was
interpretation.
It was right before interpretation.
Take a personal recording and send it to the email address described. In this recording, choose one of the following. Recite a haiku. Cast a spell. Share a recipe. Offer instructions.
Part of me wants to send in and be like,
or perform a small
do
rite.
like a Harry Potter spell.
This is, of course, open to interpretation. Then, in the recording, state your name and say, you are listening to the signal. Then send your recording to the Hierophant at SYGNYL.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got it right. So, we'll see if that works. I don't know if that's working yet. They may have put this out and not put the email up, because I see some of the people in the Discord are saying that the email does not work. So, who knows? Let's see. Let me see. Throw this back on. I figure we'll be calling it very soon. I think what I might do, this obviously was a quick run through since we don't have a full episode to listen to. So what I might do later is we can potentially, if anyone wants to, check out some gaming. I'll be playing some Fallout 76. We'll continue to pay attention to all this stuff. We'll continue to go through it. If you want to get involved, it's SYGNYL.com. They have a podcast. Or you could just bang out the codicils, but you won't know everything that's going on. Do that, or listen back to the first episode, the second episode, and this episode. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I know this was a little quick stream. I will see you guys again soon. If not later on tonight, it'll be tomorrow. Peace. Oh, and thanks everyone for watching. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. Later.